Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be making this awesome energy storage system from Draconic Evolution. So let's hop right on in, and today I want to work with Draconic Evolution, and we're going to check out some Draconic Evolution. First, I want to get a stack of the Draconium dust cooking up, because I know I'm going to need that. So let's go ahead and get that cooking up, and I want to make, where's this bad boy at? Right here. I want to make the Draconic Evolution information tablet. Now this is your first step into getting into Draconic Evolution. Alright, so let's go back, and you won't enter this page normally. You should be on the navigation tab right here. This should be the first thing you see, and you'll see Draconium. Tell you a little bit about Draconium and how to get it in this, at least in this this mod pack. It'll show you loot bags is one way to get it in this mod pack, and that's a good way to get started. You get the Draconium ingots, and you could make the essence. So we do have Draconium essence. If we check out our essence page right here, we have Draconium essence from the lovely mystical agriculture. So we do have that. It shows you right here, and you get quite a bit. You get the ingots, but you don't get dust. So dust, I don't think you can grind these up either. It looks like it just converts one way. Let's see, Draconium dust. Is there a way to get it? Okay, so yes, you can put it back in the crusher to get your dust. Okay, so I told you wrong. Alright, today we're going to be working with, in Draconic Evolution. If I can get back, there we go. We're going to be working with, let's scroll down here, energy storage. There's a Draconic energy storage, which I really do want to get into right away, because we need that storage. And right here, you'll see this is what we're going to make today. We're going to make a core. Probably not the biggest one, but we're going to make one of the earlier ones. Under the core setup, you can see there's different tiers. We have the tier 1, which doesn't require very much to make. The tier 2, which requires a little bit more to make. And as you can see, Draconium blocks. We're going to need 6 of them. Hopefully we have enough to make that today. The tier 2 is probably what I'll make today. The tier 3 uses 26 Draconium blocks, and I don't think I'm quite there yet. The Draconium is what I'm really lacking when it comes to this. So we'll probably stick with the tier 2 for now. That still holds like several million RF, like right off the bat. So it's really nice, and these things aren't too expensive. They do require some diamond, and the energy core I think requires another star. So we're also going to need energy pylons. This is how you send energy to your system. As you can see down here, it shows you how to make that, and these Draconium cores are pretty expensive in themselves. As you can see, they require diamonds and such. Alright, so let's start making some of the stuff and get some of the things we're going to need to make that system. And let's get back into Draconic Evolution. Don't know why I'm having a hard time saying that today, but I really am. Let's go ahead and get our Draconium out of here. Looks like it's almost done. I talked just enough, and it is done. There we go. We have 64 Draconium ingots, and we do have more to spare. Okay, so the first thing I want to make is an energy core to get started. And as you can see, it is pretty expensive. It requires the 6 Draconium ingots just on the outside. The Wyvern core requires 4 Draconium cores, which also requires more Draconium ingots and another star. So like I was saying, the core does require another star. And we're going to need 4 of these for now. And these are pretty expensive with some gold and some diamonds, so just be wary of that when you go to make this. And we should be able to make the Wyvern core. And then we'll hop right back. And these Wyvern, what are they called? The Wyvern energy cores do require another Draconic core, so we're going to need 2 of those because there is going to be 2. Alright, and we'll go back in. Eventually we'll automate some of this Draconic stuff because these cores are definitely something I would like to automate. Alright, and more Draconium ingots, as you can see, to make these 2. Okay, so we have that done. We have these 2 ready to go, and we have everything to make the energy core. Now, that's what we need to get started. We need an energy core to get everything to work, and the energy core will actually show us how to build each tier as well. Okay, so we're going to need energy core stabilizers. These are what will send the energy, or keep the orb, energy ball, or whatever you want to call it, stabilized and running. So the particle generator, again, requires more Draconium cores, and we're going to need 4 a piece of these. So these right here, the particle generators, we need 4 of these. So let's go ahead and get enough for 4. Actually, I got to make this. There we go. Hopefully I have enough of the stuff to make this. Okay, I'm missing blaze rods. I think blaze rods is going to be something that I should have essence for. Let's check. I have blaze lamps, but the blaze rods are only way you can. There's only a few ways you can get these. Okay, so blaze chicken. I don't think I'm quite there. I do have a gold chicken, but I don't have a lava chicken. Yeah, alright, so I'm going to go to the nether. I'm going to get some more blaze rod, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I don't want to have to do that again. Okay, so I really need to make the blaze rod, but for right now, let's just go ahead and finish the Draconic. I'll make that later. Let's go ahead and finish making the energy core stabilizer. And there we go. I should have enough to make the few that I need. And have some left over to make some blaze, make the flower, or the seed, the blaze seed later. Sorry about that. Alright, let's go ahead and now we can make this. We just need some diamond around it. Get that. There we go. As you can see, all these loot bags. Gotta clear this all out. Awesome. There we go. Alright, so now we have the energy core and the energy core stabilizers. Make sure you have some blaze rod so you don't have to deal with what I just did. Yeah, a compressed blaze. Yeah, that was an experience right there. Okay. We're also going to need an energy pylon. We're going to need 1 of them, at least. It gives us 2, but we really just need 1 for now. I think each side holds so much energy. So we're going to need another one of those. As you can see, the Draconium is running low. We're running low on Draconium. But, as you can see, we're also gathering some Draconium from our... that's with Silk Touch. We're getting the actual ore with Silk Touch from our quarry. Alright, so the Eye of Ender. Let's go ahead and make that. And I think I have everything but the Draconium. So let's go ahead and get the DRA Draconium right here. And we're going to make some. And I think we need all that we have. 30. Hopefully that's enough to even get us to the tier 2. I think I may have to take all of this and smelt it as well. Alright. Because we're going to need some Draconium blocks. Okay. So now that we have that, let's get our pylon. Now that we have enough. There we go. We should have everything for the pylon now. Now we have 2 pylons. Now we have energy pylons, so we are good to go. Now, we're going to need some way to get energy into our system. So let's do, let's see, point. We'll put energy, or the point will draw energy. We're still going to need a point. Or I'm sorry, the point puts energy into the system. So we're going to need a point, and we already have one. And then we're also going to need a, not a node, but a plug. And the plug, we should have everything. Okay. Now, I'm going to change my network over so I have one network. Right now, I have a couple networks that I'm using. I have that network, but it's all going to be turned into one network. I have the solar network, and then I have the big reactor network. That's all going to be hooked into this energy pylon. So let's go ahead and get these things set up. We need some building blocks, so let's grab some cobble. And I think my pick is about dead, for sure. But okay, let's get a pick. I need to eventually upgrade my pick. Eventually. I'll eventually do it. I have this guy, but yeah, he's not the greatest. Yeah, let's go ahead and make this thing. I did build us a platform for this. So I built us this nice little circular platform. I think for now, this should be fine. I do need to check real quick before we finish. I almost forgot. Let's check our draconium. Alright, we have to get our draconium out of here. And then we need to check our tablets so we know how many we're going to need. Right here, we're going to need 6 draconium blocks. So hopefully we have enough to get 6 draconium blocks. We do. Perfect. And then that's it. We're ready to rock and roll. Alright. So right here is going to be the center. And I want to place this guy a little bit up in the air. I think I want to go a few blocks. I think this will tell me right here. This, I think, is a tier, is the top tier? Something like that. It's close to the top tier. No, it's definitely not the top tier. But this is a 9 by 9 of draconium around it. So it's one of these, and it requires redstone. So it might be the tier 4, what that is. But we're definitely going to have to raise this at least 9 blocks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I want it to be here. I want it to go one above it, so we're right where we're at. Let's place our energy core. That's what you're going to need to place down. So our energy core is placed right there. I also want to do 1. That'll make a 3 at the moment, so 3. And then I'll come off 3. And 3 more. And then right here on the edge, I'm going to place this energy core stabilizer. Now you don't have to place it this far, but I plan on upgrading this thing. So I do want it out here so I can upgrade it. And I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out. And then I'll do 7 out. And then place another core stabilizer. And place another core stabilizer, and you do want them to be the same level as this. And place another core stabilizer. Alright, now I can go ahead and break all of the cobblestone. And we are good to go. Alright, if I click on this thing, it says build guide inactive. If I turn this to active and set it right now, it's to energy 1. If I set it to tier 2, it'll say there are not enough blocks here. Invalid blocks. And if I click with the build guide on, I can back up and it'll show me how to build it, which is pretty cool. It'll show me where to place the blocks. So just follow the instructions. Place the draconium blocks on the sides, just like so. Place one on top. And place one on the bottom. Alright, now you may be wondering how to access that block in the middle. Well, you don't have to. You can click on one of these to do the exact same thing. Turn this inactive, or tier down or tier up, it will change things. But we're actually done. All you have to do is right click on here and click activate. And now look what we have. If you click on here, you can see it can hold up to 273 million RF at the moment. It will tell you how fast it's charging. It'll tell you the transfer rate and basically the capacity, which is at the top. And the capacity grows per tier. So at the moment, we have a tier 2. And this looks pretty cool with the particles. Later on, these can be expanded, and they will shoot bigger particles into this thing. Alright, and now it's time to set up our pylons. But first, I almost forgot, we have to go inside and get one piece of glass. Or actually, I can do 2 pieces of glass, because we can set both pylons up. Alright, and get our pylons down here. And we can go ahead and set up our energy setup. There we go. Alright, so with our energy like it is, we can take our pylon. And I want to stick a pylon here. And then when you're done, put a piece of glass on top, and that will activate the pylon. And I'll do the same to this side. You can actually place these anywhere within 16 blocks of the draconium orb right here. The draconium, it says draconium block, but actually the energy sphere. I'm gonna place this one right here. Place that on top. Now these two are both connected, and we can place energy into it or pull it out of this pylon. So right here, I'm gonna place a plug. The plug, I gotta remember, the plug sends energy. So I'm gonna place the plug here so it can send energy into the system. And then select our network. I think I'll do the reactor. And now this should, if I'm not mistaken, the flux plug, maybe the plug doesn't exactly work with this. Let's see. Choose a reactor. And it's not sending any energy, I don't think. No. So something's up with that. So maybe I have to... Actually, no. The plug, the point is what sends energy. Why does it say receives energy? Oh, receives is in... Okay. I had that backwards. That is my fault. Alright, let's place the point on here. Then click the network reactor. Now it should be sending energy. As you can see, it's sending it right there. And this ball will get larger the more energy that goes in it. So right now we're sending 7,000 RF. That's because the other one is actually taking RF, and this is going to even it out. As you can see, it is slowly building up. The more points we stick on here, the more networks we can hook to. I actually want to hook the solar panel up to it as well. Let's get another point. That way we constantly have energy going to it. There we go. And we have a constant storage of energy. Okay. And then I'm going to place another one right here. And set that network to solar panel. We should be good to go. And set the limit to true. True. There we go. And it's going to continue to fill up, which is pretty cool. Over here, I'm going to set the point, or the plug. And this is, I'm going to create a new network. And I'm going to name it Main Power. Main Power Storage. And we'll set this to the purple. How about that? And turn this down to 20. We'll make it dark purple. There we go. Alright, so that'll be set to main power storage. And this should continue to fill up. What I'll do is come down here and I'll change this to main power storage. So now this should bump up to 11, and it should be transferring energy out as well through here. Awesome. So this should still be maintaining energy. Actually, let's check in here. Showing that it's not. Maybe I have it set up incorrectly. Flux point, priority. Pretty sure that's how you pull energy out, is through. Let's check our tablet. Alright, so energy pylon. Cycle between cores and range. Toggle the pylon between input and output mode by simply right-clicking on the sphere. So let's right-click on the sphere. There we go. Now it's set to output mode. Now it should be working. Okay, you see the particles going out. Okay, so that's pretty simple. If I go back here, now this should be working. There we go. Perfect. How cool is that? We have this awesome guy filling up over here and storing tons of energy. And as soon as we get more, as you can see, it dropped back down to the 7,000 RF. And as soon as it becomes daylight, let's go check that. All right, it's daylight out. As you can see, I did tear all this down. I tore all the pathways down because we don't really need them. I can just teleport back and forth between places, which is pretty cool. Eventually, I will change all of this. I have plans. I have plans, you know? I have plans. Yeah, I totally have plans. Okay, so we can go back and check. I want to see how much this is actually generating. So I know there's 11. Now it's up to 21,000 RF a tick. So we're producing 21,000 RF a tick at the moment. With between the solar panel and everything. I did notice something cool. When you step on the solar panel, see how it gets darker? It's almost like there's a roof above you, because I think that same effect happens when there's a roof above you, as you can see. It's just not as dramatic. This is really dramatic. But yeah. It looks a lot cleaner having these guys floating. This guy looks better floating because I built a bottom to it, but yeah. Awesome. So this is how you set up a Draconic energy storage, or the Draconic core, as it's called. Pretty simple to set up. It does require, like I said, a little bit of draconium and some diamonds and stuff like that, but once you're at this stage in the game, you should have access to all that stuff, especially if you have a quarry going. And it looks like... Oh, I moved this. Okay, I forgot why this wasn't working. If I check ores, we do have some diamond ore now. We have tons of ore. It looks like I got into a biome that had emeralds. And we're getting some draconium and all that good stuff. So yeah. Awesome. If you guys enjoyed this episode, learning a little bit about Draconic Evolution, please don't forget to click that subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching.